Welcome all students in Red Shikshan Sanstha's ROSE project conducted by Yashwantrao Chavan Institute of Science, Satara. Welcome all students. Myself is Mrs. Shubhangi Shankar Kapare, Junior College Teacher, Yashwantrao Chavan Institute of Science, Satara, Subject Biology. My qualification is MSc, MEd, MBA, DSM. I am study group member of 11th and 12th textbook of biology of Maharashtra state. Also the member of ATBS concerned with the Dr. Homi Bhabha Science Center, Mumbai. Here we study the topic of 11th standard. And the name of that topic is skeleton and movement. Here we see in that topic, we see the some points. That points are, so first one point is movement and locomotion. Second one, location and structure of skeletal muscle. Third point, working of that skeletal muscle, that is the bicep and triceps are the example of skeletal muscle. Next one, structure of myosin and actin filament. Next point, physiology of muscle contraction, how the muscle contract and relax. So that is the physiology of muscle contraction and relaxation. Skeletal system. Here in that skeletal system, we have studied about axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. In that axial skeleton, we have studied about vertebral column, facial bones, while in the endothoracic cage, while in appendicular skeleton, we have studied about girdles and the bones of limbs, that is the forelimb and hind limb. हात आणि पाय, हाताची आणि पायाची बोन्स आणि गर्डल्स याचा स्टडी आपण कशामध्ये करणार आहोत, appendicular skeleton. Next one point is types of joints. The joints which are present between the bones. So that is the types of points. And the last one point is disorders related to the muscles and the bones. So these are the points we have studied in that topic, skeleton and movement. Now, first we have studied about the kinds of movement. There are two types of movement, internal movement and the locomotion. So movement mainly shows the local movement or the organ of movement. Here in that movement, the organism do not displace from one hole to the another locus. So significance of movement is that movement mainly maintain the equilibrium. It also helpful for the food intake and the speech. It is also helpful for the breathing. Respiration मध्ये आपण श्वास घेतो, श्वास सोडतो. हे जे मेकॅनिझम आहे, हे मेकॅनिझम होण्यासाठी मूवमेंट व्हावी लागते. ठीक आहे. So it helps in the breathing. Also helps in the movement of heart. Movement of heart. That is the cardiac muscle. Due to movement of cardiac muscle, the rhythmic action of the heart take place and blood enters into the heart and release from the heart. So movement mainly helpful for the movement of heart. So that is the significance of movement. Now next one point is locomotion. What do you mean by locomotion? Here the definition of locomotion is the change in the locus of whole body of living organism from one place to the another place is called as locomotion. एका जागेवरून दुसऱ्या जागेवरती जेव्हा ॲनिमल मूव्ह होतो किंवा लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम मूव्ह होतो त्या प्रोसेसला काय म्हटलेलं आहे? लोकोमोशन. हियर द सिग्निफिकन्स ऑफ द लोकोमोशन इज escape from the predator. First one significance, escape from the predators. Second one, the organism is search for the food, water and shelter. Okay? So that is the significance of locomotion. म्हणजे अन्नाचा शोध करण्यासाठी किंवा पाण्याचा असेल किंवा निवारा मिळवण्यासाठी हा लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम मूव्हमेंट करतो. हे काय आहे? सिग्निफिकन्स लोकोमोशनचं. इट इज ऑल्सो हेल्पफुल फॉर द मेटिंग इन द रिप्रोडक्शन. Two organisms are essential for the mating and the locomotion mainly useful for the mating. While the locomotion also useful for the chances of survival and continuation of the race. Chances of survival. Okay. So these are the significance of the locomotion. So movement and second one is the locomotion. Now here there are three types of movement. First one type of movement is called as Amivoid Moment. Second one type of movement is called as Ciliary Moment. And third one type of movement is called as Muscular Movement. So here in the first type of movement, Amivoid Moment, नावामध्ये meaning आहे Amivoid Moment. That means that cell or organism mainly shows amoeba-like movement. Okay? So example of that Amivoid movements are, first one example is amoeba. Amoeba is the organism, microscopic organism, mainly shows the locomotion or movement with the help of pseudopodia. Okay. Second one example is leukocytes. Where the leukocytes are present? Leukocytes, or it is also called as WBC. So that leukocytes in the blood, they mainly shows the movement called as Amivoid Moment. आता इथं आपण डायग्राम बघणार आहोत बघा अमिवॉइड मुवमेंटची. इथं अमिबा दाखवलेला आहे. अमिबाच्या पुढे काय आहे? इथं इन्सेक्ट दाखवलेला आहे किंवा एखादा ऑर्गॅनिझम दाखवलेला आहे. हा ऑर्गॅनिझम कॅप्चर करण्यासाठी अमिबा मुवमेंट करतोय. कोणत्या प्रकारची मुवमेंट करतोय? अमिवॉइड मुवमेंट. मग या अमिबामध्ये तो त्याच्या बॉडीचे स्युडोपोडिया तयार करतो आणि ते मटेरियल काय करतोय? कॅप्चर करतोय. ओके. सो these are the amoeboid movement. So that type of movement also occur in the leukocytes which are present in the blood. Now second one type of movement is called as ciliary movement. Ciliary movement, for example paramecium. Paramecium, body of that paramecium mainly covered by the cilia, and paramecium mainly shows the movement with the help of that cilia. So some organs also shows the cilia, and that cilia, movement of that cilia mainly pass the material in forward direction. Okay. So ciliary movement. Ciliary movement इथं पॅरामोशियम ची डायग्राम दाखवली बघा. त्याचं डायरेक्शन दाखवलेलं आहे सिलियाचं, how they move, and due to that movement of cilia, paramecium mainly transfer from one place to the another place. Thus that type of ciliary cells are present in the passage of fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is the part of female reproductive system in which that type of ciliary cells are present, which mainly pass the ova in forward direction. Okay. So that is about the ciliary movement. Now third one type of movement is called as muscular movement. The muscular part which are present in our body, that muscular part mainly shows contraction and relaxation, and due to that contraction and relaxation, the movement of that organ occur, called as the muscular movement. Okay. So here that type of ciliary movement also occur in flagellar movement or ciliary movement occur in the sperm. Sperm is the male gamete. Here in that sperm, इथं स्ट्रक्चर दाखवलंय बघा. स्पर्म आहे, स्पर्मचा हेड आहे, मिडल पीस आहे आणि पाठीमागं काय आहे, टेल रिजन आहे. So that sperm also shows the cilia like movement. Okay. How? So all of you see the here the ciliary movement. Okay. Ciliary movement कशी होते बघा. इथं स्पर्मची मूवमेंट दाखवलेली आहे. स्पर्म मध्ये हेड आहे, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया किंवा मिडल पीस आणि टेल आहे. याची टेलची काय होते, मूवमेंट होते. and the sperm mainly goes in the forward direction. Okay. Here the sperm, पुन्हा एकदा बघा, स्पर्मची मूवमेंट कशी होते, टेलची मूवमेंट कशी होते. Okay, that is the movement of sperm. It is also shows the ciliary or flagellar movement. Muscular movement occur in the multicellular organism. In that organism, muscular movement, due to that muscular movement, the different organs mainly shows the movement and mainly done the different functions. So muscular movement, for example, running साठी, ह्युमन बीइंग मध्ये रनिंग साठी किंवा वॉकिंग साठी स्केलेटल मसल जे आहेत त्या स्केलेटल मसलची मूवमेंट होते. दॅट मीन्स द मूवमेंट of that muscle mainly shows contraction and relaxation of muscle, and due to that contraction and relaxation of muscle, the person mainly transfer from one place to the another place. So that is the muscular movement. Here in that chapter we will learn about the types of muscles, their structure, mechanism of contraction and relaxation, and some important aspects of the skeletal system. Now, next one, the structure of skeletal system. All of you studied the skeletal muscle in topic animal tissue. Animal tissue हा टॉपिक झालेला आहे. या टॉपिक मध्ये आपण स्केलेटल मसल जे आहेत ते डिटेल मध्ये स्टडी केलेले आहेत. ओके. सो स्केलेटल मसल, the skeletal muscles are attached to the skeleton. They mainly shows the contraction and relaxation. मग स्केलेटल मसल मध्ये स्ट्रक्चर काय आहे बघा. या ठिकाणी पहिल्या डायग्राम मध्ये स्केलेटल मसल दाखवलेले आहेत, बंच मध्ये दाखवलेले आहेत. त्याला काय म्हटलेले आहे बघा. Each organized skeletal muscle in our body is made up of number of muscle bundles or fascicles. इथे दिसतात बघा, बंडल पूर्ण दिसतोय. ठीक आहे. मसल बंडल किंवा त्याला काय म्हटलेलं आहे, फॅसिकल. हेल्ड टुगेदर बाय ए कॉमन कोलॅजिनस कनेक्टिव्ह टिश्यू लेअर कॉल्ड फॅसिया. इथं कंप्लीट हे बंडल दिसत आहे सर्कल मध्ये, आणि या सर्कल मध्ये बघा आपण इथं बघूया. हा लेसर पॉइंट न दाखवते. हे जे सर्कल आहे कंप्लीट, हे सर्कल जे आहे, हे कव्हरिंग जे आहे, या कव्हरिंगला आपण फॅसिया असं म्हणतोय. आणि या फॅसिया मध्ये मसल प्रेझेंट आहे. ओके. त्याला बंडल ऑफ मसल म्हटलेलं आहे. फॅसिकल्स बंडल मध्ये प्रेझेंट आहे. इफ वी टेक द और सेपरेट दॅट मसल बंडल, देन हिअर वी सी द मसल फायबर्स. मसल फायबर्स एनिमल टिश्यू या टॉपिक मध्ये आपण स्टडी केलेले आहेत बघा. स्ट्रक्चर इथं दिसत आहे. Each muscle fiber mainly covered by a covering called as sarcolemma. Okay. Within that sarcolemma, striations are present, dark and light bands are present. that striations are present. Hence, it is also called as striated muscle fiber. त्यालाच काय म्हटलेलं आहे? Striated muscle fiber, because striations are present. Here, in that muscle fiber, nucleus are present. Nucleus are present at the periphery. Multinucleated आहे आणि nucleus कुठं present आहे? Periphery. It is not present at the center. So that is about the structure of striated muscle, or it is also called as striated muscle, or it is also called as skeletal muscle, because they mainly attaches to the skeleton. So due to contraction and relaxation of that muscles, there is movement of our organ. Which movement? So there is movement of bones, and due to movement of that bones, here person mainly displaced from one place to the another place. Okay. Now here, on the basis of that movement, striated muscles are of three types. Which are three types? First one is the agonist, second one is the antagonist, and third one is the synergist. So that muscles are antagonistic with each other. Agonist, for example, bicep. Antagonist mainly work against the bicep. That is, the example is the tricep. And the synergist that assist the prime movers. For example, brachialis assist bicep. आता याचे एक्झाम्पलचे आपण डायग्राम बघूया. बायसेप कोणते मसल आहेत, ट्रायसेप कोणते मसल्स आहेत. So here in that figure, here these are the biceps. Okay, so these are the biceps. Second one, at the opposite side, triceps are present. Here the triceps are present. Okay. Biceps and triceps are antagonistic with each other. Antagonistic with each other. बायसेपच्या कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन मुळे या ठिकाणी आपलं फोरलिम जे आहे, हे फोरलिम किंवा याला लोअर आर्म म्हणूया. लोअर आर्म मेनली गोज टुवर्ड्स द बॉडी. बायसेप मसल दाखवले. बायसेप मसलच्या कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन मुळे हियर द लोअर आर्म मेनली गोज टुवर्ड्स द बॉडी. आता इथं बायसेप रिलॅक्स होणार, ट्रायसेप काय होणार आहे? कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट होणार आहे. So contraction of the triceps mainly do the function of that lower arm mainly goes in the backward direction. Thus both that muscles antagonistic with each other or do the function opposite with each other, biceps and triceps. So these are the three types of muscles present in the human body. Okay, thank you.